here and welcome to today's beginner yoga workout. We are going to get started and get straight into it. So we're going to start standing up in our mountain pose, feet together, abs pulled in, so belly button zipped in, turning your palms of your hands forward. You're going to breathe in and we're going to breathe out, bringing the arms down all the way through to prayer and bringing in. Coming down, one more time, breathing in, and then we're going to hold it here. Option to lift up and do a little gentle arch if you want, if that feels okay. And then abs pulled in, we're going to dive down. Option to bend your knees, so that takes the strain out of your back. And then flat back, so nice flat back, think about arching almost. Forward fold. Hands onto the floor, stepping back, and we're in plank, and we're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're then going to lift our hips up and we're going to take it into downward dog. So I want you to start by bending your knees first, so then you're really focusing on getting your tail up to the ceiling, getting the chest down to the mat, getting some extension in those arms and length along the back. And then when you're ready, trying to straighten the legs, trying to get the heels into the floor, and you're going to pedal one heel and then the other, and again and again. And then option to stay here if you want a little bit more, lift the leg up, so we're in our three-legged dog. And then we're going to come forwards with that leg, hold it for a second, get the core working. We're going to step it down, knee stays behind your big toe, fingers to touch the floor to start with. Option stay here, and then if you want some more, you're going to come all the way up into our crescent pose, and we're just going to relax and hold it here, and then we're going to come down to the floor, knees to the floor, chest to the floor, little cobra, little arch, tucking the toes under, coming up into downward dog, lifting one leg up if that feels okay for you. Bringing the leg in, foot on the floor, coming up into crescent, and coming down, down to the floor, little cobra, downward dog. So either keep your knees here or you can take the knees off the floor, making it a little bit harder. We're going to lift the leg up again, we're going to bring the knee in, and we're going to come all the way up into crescent, and we're going to come down. So we're going to do a little bit of a flow, warming the body up, getting that cardio going. So coming up, one more time on each leg, working at the option that works for you. And that feels good for you, feels good for your body. So coming up into crescent, hands to the mat, leg goes back, chest to the floor, little cobra, or you can come all the way through to up dog, down dog, leg up, coming through, coming up into crescent, and hold for a second. Coming down, chest to the floor, coming up, downward dog, and then from here, looking forwards, bend your knees, look forwards, and you're going to step in, and then from here, knees together, we're going to come up into chair, and just warm up those legs, feel them beginning to burn, and then stand up, and come down. You can just hold it here for a second, get your breath back, calm your mind back down. So it's nice how just a couple of movements like that can really get your heart rate up and get your cardio going. So you don't always have to be jumping around doing lots of high impact HIIT workouts to get that cardio burn. Breathing in, diving down, flat back, forward fold, take it back to plank, and we're going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee comes down. We come open to the side. And we're going to hold a side plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand comes to the floor. We come back up into plank. We put the other knee on the floor and we turn the other way into side plank, and we're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand comes back to the floor. We're back into plank and we're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then knees are going to come to the floor. Option to adjust your shirt, and then into all fours. So we're going to do cat and cow, so pulling our chest away from our hips, really getting some length first before we arch, and then curling down, and again, and again. Okay, take it back to plank, hips up to the ceiling. We're going to lift that leg up. We're going to bring the knee in. We're going to step forwards. And we're going to come up into crescent. And we're going to hold it. And then this one's going to challenge your balance. Also going to challenge your leg. So what I want you to do is lean forwards to start with. And then step the foot forwards if you need to. So you're transferring the weight onto that leg. And we're going to come into warrior 3 or aeroplane pose. And we're going to balance. And then we're going to come into a half moon pose. So you're going to open up the hips. I'm losing my balance. So you're going to open up your hips and really get some length. Don't worry about the back leg too much. Don't worry about height. Think about length and extension. And then from here, coming back to warrior 3. Then bending the leg and coming back into crescent. Make sure you do that nice and steady and really engage your core. From here, foot comes flat onto the floor. So we're in warrior 1. We're then going to open up. So we're in warrior 2. We're then going to stand up, turn our feet in. We're going to lengthen, lift up to the ceiling and come down. So we're in a forward fold. And then half lift. Forward fold, hands on your hips, lead with your chest, coming up. We then take it into warrior 2 on the other side. And we're going to hold it for a second, look along the arms, take a few breaths here. We're then going to turn it into warrior 1, make sure the hips are nice and square. And then hands come to the floor, take the back heel off the floor, fingertips. And then coming up into crescent, so we're ready. So we're doing crescent on the other side now. And then same thing, we're going to go into our warrior 3. So get ready to transfer the weight onto that leg. So I think to start with, take your chest down so you're already leaning and getting the weight in. And then have a little shuffle to bring that back foot in to start transferring more weight. And then come through into it, into warrior 3. Eventually, once you've practiced this, and you're used to it, you can do that in one big flow. So you're going to hold, and then you're going to open up, and my balance is shocking today. And don't worry if you fall. If you fall, just smile, fall with a smile on your face. You know, the whole point is that you should be wobbling a little bit, and it should be challenging you, and that's where you get the improvement. And then we're going to take it back to warrior 3. And then gently back into crescent. Hands down onto the mat, down to the floor. Coming up. Downward dog, and we're going to hold it for a couple of breaths here. Okay, you're going to come onto your knees. And you're going to bring your back leg forward. I'm going to turn it at an angle, so back leg forward. So we're now going to lean forwards, get a stretch in the hip flexor, lift the arms up, turn the palms to face. So we're going to hold it here, and then we're going to take it back and get a stretch here in our hamstrings. And again. And again. up, and then you're going to lift the back leg off the floor. So now you're going to get that deep in your quad muscles in the front of the thigh. And if you can, grab the back of your ankle. If that's too much, then just lift it, or grab a towel and put it round so you're holding the towel. If you want to deepen it, you can grab the foot with both hands. Okay, and then put in the foot on the floor. One last little backward stretch. And from here you can kind of move a little bit in this position. So see how I'm rotating the leg. Okay, so then back to kneeling. From here, abs pulled in, hands are going to go into the small of your back, and you're just going to lift up and you're going to do a gentle arch. Just make sure you're supporting your neck, don't let it just relax all the way back because that's going to hurt your neck. So make sure you kind of lift it up, eyes on the ceiling. And then if you want some more, so option to stay here, if you want some more, you're going to grab one heel, grab the other heel, and then open up into our camel pose. And then when you're ready, coming out of that. Okay, so now we're going to do the other leg. So other leg is going to come forward, and you're just going to sit into it, feel that stretch in the front. Remember with yoga, especially when you feel nice and warm, make sure you're not overdoing it, overstretching, over pushing, because then you're going to do more damage than good. So don't push it to the extremities. So we're just going to flow back and forwards in these positions. And then from here, taking that back leg off the floor. So heel comes up towards your butt, feeling that in the front of your thigh. And then if it feels okay, grabbing with both hands. I feel this is my tighter side. And you will notice that one side feels better than the other. And that's okay. So one last time, sitting back. And then again, moving the leg a little bit. Okay, and then back to all fours. And then from here, tuck the toes under. And you're going to sit up. So you're getting in a bit of a stretch. And then you're going to sit back and just stretch out those feet. And then from here, we'll let the tops of your feet come down. Open your knees, and we're going to come into child's pose. And this should feel kind of quite good. So butt is almost back onto your ankles, arms are reaching forwards. And then you're going to take your hands to one side. So they walk to one side. And then you sit down into child's pose. So you're going to feel that stretch down the side, down your lat on one side. Bring them back to the middle. And take them back the other side. Back to the middle. Now you're going to take one arm and thread it through. So I'm lifting my left hand up. It's going to thread underneath the armpit of my right arm. And I'm going to look towards the palm of my left hand. I'm going to take a couple of breaths here. And then we're going to repeat on the other side. So I'm going to take my right hand, it's going to thread through underneath my left arm. Still trying to sit my hips back. Taking it through. Coming back to child's pose. Back to all fours. Cat and cow again, so pulling your chest away from your hips. And then curling up. And then back to neutral. My left leg's going to go back, my right arm's going to come forward. You know what's coming next. Option stay here. Otherwise, let's lift the arms up and let's really reach. And we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand and foot comes back to the floor. Other side. So option stay here. Otherwise, lift and reach and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand and foot comes back to the mat. In your own time, walk yourself round so you're now sitting on your butt, and you're going to lengthen your legs in front of you, pull your Sitting bones back. Start by sitting up nice and tall, and we're just going to hold it here. And then we're going to come forwards. So take it to where's comfortable for you. Make sure you are pulling your abdominals in to engage in your spine, so you're supporting your lower back, so you shouldn't feel any pinching here. And just make sure you're taking this pose to where feels comfortable and where feels good for you. Okay, then lying down, bring your knees into your chest. And we're going to start with our hip circles, so this is good to get some mobility back in your hips. And the other way. And then into our happy baby pose, so soles of your feet pointing up to the ceiling, grab the outside by your little toes, and then you're almost focusing on bending your arms and pulling your knees down to your chest. And then you can move around in that pose if that feels good for you, and just explore that pose. And then feet come flat on the floor. One foot is going to come onto the other knee. Option to stay here if you want to deepen that stretch. Lift the foot off. If you want to deepen it even more, thread the hand through. And you're going to hold this, and you're going to feel this on the side of your glutes. And then foot comes down, other one comes onto the other knee. So either stay here, lift, or hand through. So just taking it to where it feels good. Okay, then extending one leg and having the other knee bent in. Same hand as bent knee extends, and we look along the arm as we drop the knee to the other side, so a very gentle spinal twist. This is our last pose, and then we're going to go into Savasana. So other knee comes in, other leg extended, same hand as bent knee extends to the side. You look along the arm and let that knee roll over to the side. And then coming back into a little ball, give your knees a hug, forehead towards your knees, and then last pose. So it is optional, but try and do this because it will do you the world of good and make you feel really good. So extend the legs out, extend the arms out, palms up to the ceiling, and then in your own time you're going to close your eyes. And you're just going to focus on breathing in and out. And relaxing the body. So work your way from your feet all the way up to your head, through all your body parts, and just make sure that they're all switched off and relaxed and sinking into the floor. And breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out, and just relaxing and melting, and let the floor take all of your body weight. Okay, so you can stay in this pose as long as you want. When you are ready, you're going to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, get some movement back into your arms and legs. Bring your heels to your bum, knees to your chest, open your eyes, and then roll over to the side, and then in your own time come up to sitting. Okay guys, great work. Thank you for doing the workout. I hope you enjoyed it. More workouts are going to be coming your way very soon. If you did the workout, I'd love to know how you found it, so make sure you comment and share, and so I know what your thoughts are and know what other workouts you are looking for as well. Have a great day, great evening, whatever you are up to, and I will see you soon. Take care, bye.